Valentino is with us now. Gene, I mean, when I look at the media response to this, I brought up the Goose and Gander comment before the headline because when I look at the media, it's like you guys are saying, they don't know how to say this. But what they should be saying is thank goodness that SCOTUS is taking the right angle on this, because if they didn't, this same kind of lawfare could splash back on the people from our party next time their party is in power.
Excellent point, Brian. I like to look at issues involving what are the procuring causes of an event. It's not the event you see in front of you, but where's the spark that lit the event? Now, we were accusing Trump of an insurrection, and some far reach by some experts in Colorado thought they could get it extended to Trump, that he, in fact, initiated an insurrection, which was the basis for their claim. It appears it's getting shut down, although we think this will be fast-tracked with a Supreme Court decision maybe 2 to 4 weeks out from now. But here's the real question. Oh, I think there was an insurrection, all right, but I think it was a white-collar insurrection fermenting amongst certain U.S. congressmen and senators to set the stage for what would appear to be an insurrection. I wonder where Nancy Pelosi is today. I wonder where all that discussion is about her denying Kash Patel, assistant aide to Donald Trump at the time, begging Pelosi to let Trump bring in 30,000 National Guardsmen to protect the Capitol for what the intelligence showed was a threat to the Capitol that day. Not because of Trump, but because it was fermenting days earlier. It was Trump that was asking for the guard to come in, and Pelosi turned him down. Where's the insurrection? Where's the insurrection, gentlemen?
Yeah. Well, there was no insurrection. And that's the thing, that so it staggers me that we're looking at a case, Gene, that goes to SCOTUS based on insurrection that the man has never been charged with, much less convicted of. And now, like I said in the opening here, this is going to have a detrimental effect for them, not for the country, probably a very positive effect for the country, but a detrimental effect on all this lawfare. I mean, as I mentioned, I think the Fani Willis case is all but done, in large part thanks to her own grifting nature and the incompetence of the case. And the Jack Smith case is it's like a guilty verdict looking for a crime. They've got nothing on him. Do you think this will have farther reaching implications for the remaining lawfare that Trump faces, be it civil or legal?
Yes, I do. I think in many cases, many of these 91 cases before the different court systems now, I think will melt away and just be rolled back on what I'd call prima facie evidence. The evidence, the precedent set here, if it goes in favor of Trump in the next 2 to 4 weeks from the Supreme Court, will, as you're suggesting, Steve, cause a ripple effect to the removal of several other cases at different judicial levels. I also think it's going to cause Trump to be treated a little bit more fairly in the future, not because he does deserve it, but not because of any other reason other than justice. We need justice in this country. When you have Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor and Kagan and Jackson stepping up and getting in lockstep with the other conservative justices, it sends a message that there is going to have to be some decency and civility. I am so happy that I saw the justices put politics aside today, and that they put justice and the democracy and the Constitution of this nation ahead of petty politics and the infighting at the congressional and presidential levels. I think it'll also, I think Biden really gets a pass because he is not being brought forward for all of the wrongdoing. He's going to be asked to the Democrats have got to step up and basically ask him to step back and let them go forward with a new nominee for the presidency of the United States.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. In our last minute here, Gene, earlier today, Steve and I were talking, and he referred to the Fannie Willis case as a comedy of errors, which I absolutely love. I find that a very descriptive term for the Fannie Willis case. Do you think this one is gonna disappear soon? Is this gonna go away in all the scandalous nature of what's happening here in
Yes,
50 seconds or
yes,
so?
yes, and yes. And I encourage Brian and Steve to become my co-authors of that book I want to write, The Art of Bad Behavior. This Fannie Willis activity and all of the other activity up in New York only makes it more clear that the Democrats were perpetrating a fraud and an insurrection of their own, and their own attempt that has now evidenced itself. Whether they get all these migrants to become Democrats or not, they may switch to becoming Republicans, because what they are showing is the underbelly of bad behavior, which has been historic since the early 1870s. We're going to
Yeah.
see a revival and an uprising of true Republican conservatism in the 2024 election year.
All right. Well said, sir. Gene Valentino, thank you for joining us once again here at State of the Nation on today's News Talk TNT.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.